I am still at it. Oh, and some changes were done. Some work was dealt with, which is nice because we now have some minor issues that I fixed off the stream. Also, this room got updated a bit. Fixed issues with these guys not shooting if the scene reloads after dying. Fixes issues that caused, because of course it did. Then if I open this room, we added snails. And a trigger condition. Which when they're all dead, place this. Places a marker where if it's off screen, you'll see an exclamation point that flashes a little. For a bit. And shakes camera. Anyway, yeah. Not much is getting done right now on there. Yeah. We got level. This empty thing. The testing room of endless ropes. Because nothing says stress test like a dangerous amount of things to work with. We got snails, who I made painfully annoying to kill, because they have no reason to be killed beyond that door up there. But yeah, now we've got to decide. Oh, what should we do? Like, should we go right? Because I've rarely gone right until now. So we could. But now I'll just place one down, figure it out later. But we figure out later, I mean we're dealing with it now. Feel like I should actually make that draggable real quick, so I forgot. I do technically need to put stuff in the room for it to let me save it. Let's see. Hmm. I'm gonna Google something. I want to make it so I can drag one of them and reorder them. Ah, nothing. I'm just gonna figure it out the way I do. Could always be something. This confuses me greatly. Huh. So I can move it before or after, but that's about it. I'm just do that and bam, it's reordered, I guess. It'll do for now. So we go from this to this. To this. Means this room will need a portal. Goes left. There we go. Now we have a room connected to right after the room that shows you the snails and more people using magic to shoot at you as well, and a lot more tanky. So I'm thinking first stage is mostly done at this point. I almost forgot. It's gone on for so long it actually what I guess I'm confused. Yeah. Alright, so that works correctly, but if I... Nope, that's working. Weird. So that's a massive slash tangent I went on. Let's actually do some stuff like, I'll put some boxes over here. That's too many. That seems about right. That's pretty nice. So, from here, you have the next room, which I'm presuming will have maybe 2 or 3 more rooms at most before the boss room. So I'm thinking something like shooting items that on hit will cause a door to open, so I'd need to add those. That shouldn't be too hard. Got the door. And now we just need stuff to handle making it open. Means I need to create another thing. So let's... Over here, we got these. Hmm. Something similar to an enemy. It still needs to be an entity, and I need to be able to change the grouping it's in, which is what's really annoying me. So it'll have to be another one of these. So I guess it's work on the editor for a bit. Got all this. Now then you got the entities. So I can actually do fair bit. In making them. So we have uh uh let's put it this, add a label. Let's see. Now the only option is targeting is a target, so let's well hello there, Pizzelle. When did you get here? Oh, it's midnight for you. Are you sure you should be awake? I mean, it's coming from me, but anyways. Let's see. Let's just handle it like this for now. This one. So for this, creating targets, we'll need handle these. But so we're gonna want to handle position, which means two spin boxes. Now we make them do that. Gonna look weird until it's actually dealt with. So we've done that, and now we need to label it and say what group it's in. So let's see, the next one. 8192 as always. Okay, I wonder if I just make the custom step 8 and just I manually adjust between that size. Definitely make things easier to handle. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do that to those as well. This is not going to look like much is happening for a while because of all the stuff. It's not particularly interesting visually. But yeah. Got this. Now we're gonna need you to be big. And now that's storing its position and its group ID. What it looks like, we haven't decided yet, but we'll figure that out. So for now, let's create a new one. Alright. I found entities. This is let's see. I'm sealing your list and I'm putting it right there. Now you're grabbing this one. You have been claimed. Alright, so that should load these in. These enemies and entities are stored the same way. It needs to know the difference. So when I'm loading it all in, where's convert view? I'll just open from here. Alright, so stored entities. It's just enemies from there. Let's just create. There it is, and Okay. Hmm, copy you. Let's see. It's in enemies that have this, so I'd actually have to do some more stuff to change that a bit. Let's see, percent. That should work. The I can take this whole function and this whole variable, and I'm just gonna put them into the entity base. Then I'm going to shrink it in a way that will make anybody reading it feel pain. There we go, that'll do. So long as... yeah, it'll be fine. So now, all entities have to have a width and a height as well, so now we got the offset, we got the size. And you, let's make you big. Alright, so we've got that. Let's move group ID. Move it out like that. Let's make you both match that size. There we go. That's looking much snazzier. Now from here, let's see, I want to add a bit of margin on the left, so I have a really dumb solution of this. If I were to refresh it, it will fail. Okay, so ah, I see where my issue was. I did a stupid. Known as this still says load enemies and not load entities. Why did I do that? Why doesn't error? So I'm gonna name it into. These will need to manage what type of thing they are, but I have that built in already. Let's make it so when I try to get everything in every group, like how I have it for checking enemy death, I'm using that for the triggers as well. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to go into the condition and check against things such as what the door has. It requires it to be no, or it just ignores it. So that should be fine now. Because these things have a special typing on them, they'll be ignored normally, unless you're targeting specific groups. We've got that. This is looking. So, we got these. We need to create an entity. And I actually feel like it's moving the entity type that I'm creating. Make it as big as it can go. Now, so long as that value let's use this to decide what type of entity you're creating. So now, go here. Oh, hey, Pezzo. I just realized now, I think I only see your messages way down low, because my thing is covering it. It's weird. I know. Yeah, so I'm working on my game. But like, I'm working on the editor so I can create things that, like, you shoot it, and now it triggers some events. I've got an event system that I'm trying to hook it up to. I've got the editor I'm working on. But yeah. So we're going through with this. And it's just being a bit of a menace to me. I don't know why it doesn't like me. I'm gonna do some shenaniganizing to get the stuff to show up. And there we go. With the power of pop-out chat, I can now see stuff. So yeah. Anyway, back to this. I'll run it. Hopefully it shouldn't be too loud. There we go. Toning it down, and I'm gonna just... I was testing the state, so I moved where my starting point is, so... I'll move that back real quick. Yeah, we got this. Custom lighting system, custom mode physics. So, working on. I am just trying to at least get enough done to release a demo before the end of the month, at latest. Because I want at least the first stage done so I know I can. Yeah. Once... Ah, dang it. Yeah. What did that? I was entering stage 8. So, one of these things... I do not have a Discord. So it seems to be me. There's something weird going on there. I'll probably make a Discord if I start getting more popular, but that's just if anything decides to happen. Anyway, so I got something going on. Job hunting is one rather interesting thing when suddenly a notification shows up periodically for you. Still trying to get them. That's unrelated to this, so I must keep that separate. What made everything Alright, I click that so I can hope by school something in here. Okay, so enemy base. You have move pattern. Then you have this, which shouldn't. I'm gonna reload it, see what happens. Alright, it's my stuff, so it never works when I try to reload it. If I try to open a level, will it still do that? No, it works. It's working. Sometimes it just genuinely isn't me that's the issue. Neat. So, back to the builder I go, because it won't kill itself. Hold on, did all of them... Why did all of them reset all of their data? That's annoying. It's less Godot, more I have code that changes so much stuff so frequently that it has to deal with my BS. So it even running most of what I'm doing half the time is very impressive. And I know what that is. This thing expects it's already in the editor, so the moment it loads there, it errors. If I were to close this tab and restart, there would be no errors booting. That seems good. Let's set your speed to 32. Now let's figure out which one you were. This one. You're 320. Move you there. Yeah, that's it. 30 HP you all. Up your speed. Why does it hurt me this way? I mean, it is kind of my fault for making something that does it like this, but at least it... Weird systems. We can just snail everything. That seems like a reasonable amount of distance to cover. And stable ranged attacks on all of these guys. They all get 100 health because they're just going to be a pain on you. And got there we go. There we go. That's looking good. Let's make your speed 32. Give you a 25 health. What the? What do you mean you're disconnecting, reconnect? My Wi-Fi must suck. For anybody watching this. Sorry if I cut out. My Wi-Fi's been terrible for a bit now. Not sure why, to be honest. Let's see. It's slightly weaker than those guys. But you also get to shoot just as much. Let's see. You. 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 Yeah. You. You're dead now. You. You have been snailed. And now... make you stronger. Give you that. You're gone. You're duplicated. You're gonna take this spot. And now we don't need as much of that, so that's pretty good. It's fixed it. So we got this. Now, let's just say 256 seems pretty good for him. Let's move the menace speed to 64 because menace. Perfectly lined up to be annoying to you here because they just barely would hit you. Just to make sure. Let's move over by 4. There. Now it'll hit you. Damn it, I forgot to. Do that. But got this got these. So now if we want to... I need to figure out why that error comes up, but it doesn't break anything on me ever, so I usually just have the capacity to ignore it. Yes. Hmm. I'm gonna move another bug for this guy. They're a real menace. Why? Because they're fast. That is all. Does not take much to be annoying. I'ma angle them too. And they're a bug, so I'm gonna make them all respawn. So that should hopefully not break anything this time. You're in group 2. Then it'll open this. Yeah. So we're gonna... I fixed the room that decided to die. Thankfully, it was not truly evil on me. That was one way to sidetrack me to working on this. Because now I'm completely sidetracked and my men's in a completely different area. Hooray. That's totally not gonna make it slightly harder on me. Position, this, that. Let's see. I need more objects, so... Let's create one. Static body. And let's call it target. Oh wait, has to be character body because my entities extended, so floating, do nothing. Where do I keep my scripts for these things? I hate my memory failing me now. Alright. So. Extend database, class, target entity. Zip it out and let's go ready. And let's see. Not new. Ape equals new. Dot size. Add child. Ape and collision. Wait, add child, collision, and collision dot equals collision rect dot position. Alright, there is no parent class for this, so that's as it should be. So it creates itself, sets its collision shape. But from here, it's really up to me for the most part. But every entity that can be attacked and reacts to it has to have the get hit by function, so. Let's see now. It assumes everything that gets hit by is a projectile, so sent by player. If it's not sent by the player, then it'll just return true to tell the thing that got shot to kill itself. I am not being evil, YouTube. I am just saying that's exactly what it's doing. Alright, I have to set them to Boolean. Now, it needs to update its data. I can actually steal basically all of this from other code I've done already, so you. Let's see now. That. Pressure typing is target. It is shot. Already shot is equal to if it's not alive anymore. Let's see now. Already shot is true. Then if we go back up to the boombox, I should have right there how I handle stage data. I can just take that, put it here. Bam. When it's shot, it kills itself off. Well, it doesn't free itself because I might have a reason to keep it for whatever reason, so it'll stay. But now I know when it's been hit. And since I don't have any visual on it yet, I'm just going to add a visual placeholder. And of course, it is the Godot logo, as is necessitated by any dev. So if that's hit, bam. So now we have that ready to test out. Oops. Right, so we have that. Then this. Yep, that's properly done. I keep getting distracted by looking at the wrong thing for half a second. Alright, so we've got this, storing its group ID, and its stored data. So it's updating this. Should... That's a variable that needs to be exported. So now that it is, we can hopefully, very hopefully, test it. So to test it, I'm actually going to in this stage go in a target, set its size, set its group to 1, and set this to open. We'll set the walls to break when it's all groups in group 1. Now if I test it, hopefully, what is going on? Why did it stop breaking like that? Alright, stage 1 underscore begin. What causes this? Works when I stage 1 underscore 7. What is the difference? Alright, so why? What is calling this function to do that? Let's stage 1, begin light map. Did I? I did. I'm just kinda stupid. Oh, wait a second. Did I set it to... Mm, Great evil. This is one great evil. Did I? Yeah, that should work. It's just in the wrong spot, I guess. Yep, wrong spot. So yeah, that's actually doing better than I expected. I stand on this orb. It is my orb. But yeah, I can now do those, so that's nice. Moves back down to -1, where it was before. Now this actually needs to begin to do something. Const. Let's see. Alright, so I probably should have left something in there so I could check that. But for now, let's just do drag and drop a target right on in there. So that's not doing either. Hmm. This exists. I'm probably not actually doing anything with it yet, am I? Up view. Hmm. We've got this. Alright. Alright. It has to be a tool. Why does OBS keep disconnecting on me? Anyway. Let's see. I need to disconnect all of these. Fun. Hmm. If it needs a bigger collision, it's able to be changed, but for now, I don't see a reason to make it any bigger than that. So, index int. Let's see now. I'm gonna set your value to equals that. So selected is target entity. There we go. From there, we need now if it is 0, then hmm. Alright, so we got that. Alright, we got these two being controlled for position that you need to handle. We want to set the offset to and now that actually handles things properly, so let's see. Alright, think about it. Those things have a higher detail simply because everything's scaled down normally. But their position, that's global. So, I'm actually gonna do something. Well, I could do something about it. I'll probably leave it alone for now. Yeah, I'll just leave it alone. It seems like a later problem for me. Uh, Width and height. And, and then we need to make sure we set your value to the selected group ID. For any entity at all, it just gets pushed in anyway, so it'll be fine. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so the position on target position changed. On target position changed. On target collision changed. Now that okay. Let's see. The selected position. Alright, got that one. Then we do the same for this. And we update its position like that. Collision rect equals rect 2. There we go. All full of those. And then on the group ID, that's target for now. Not much. See, if selected. Um, and there you go. There we go. That should hope. Right, got that. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I should try it. It has yet to error. Alright, though, I should probably have made it so clicking on this actually did anything, though. Yeah. I missymboled it. Alright, so now we can do this. Now if I were to click on this, hmm, ah, this'll work, right? Hopefully. Dang it. So you're telling me every time you save your... it's keeping the old ones. It's not getting rid. Where is the freeing? There it is. We now... is... Don't bother with collision if you're on the thing. Ever. Alright, so that's being managed, hopefully. However, entity base is the thing managing this. Let's copy you over. Entities. And I know what to do here. I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna stop centering you. Then I'm gonna reopen that. Clicked. Well, bam. And now, let's draw the rectangle of collision. And wabam. So yeah, we got this. I can place it now. The only thing it lacks is the ability to change the texture, but that can come later. For now comes the functionality of these buttons. So let's go back here. Create entity. Duplicate entity. And entity. Let's start with create entity being the one I feel should be pretty simple. That's this selected. Let's see, on 0. Entity scene 0 dot instantiate. How does enemy handle creation? Like that. Alright. So let's start with the base. And then from there we can do this. Down entities, entity. Fresh entities. And I feel like I should do I might actually put that into all of them. Found enemies. I've gotten heavily sidetracked many times, but hey, it's making progress again, so. Alright, so I know what the issue is. I'm trying to select a number too big. I just have to subtract 1 each time I do that. And I'll do this. There we go. And we're gonna find that, like so. And now whenever that gets called, it should call the other one. It means if I were to click one of you, that works now. Yep. Yep, that's doing what it should, which is nice. Now comes the so next, let's see. It's looking all pretty good right now, so let's. It can create. That's great. Now it needs to handle the rest. Enemy. Duplicate. Let's pop on in here. Alright. And no guarantees, but it's not unlikely that that's enough. And the delete enemy is just about the same. And that's looking pretty good. It's not erroring yet. There's no guarantee it won't error some way or another. Not bad. If I were to duplicate it again, and it keeps all the data, and it's working. Not bad. Actually, pretty nice. Got it properly connected. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. Force a habit. Yeah, we can now. If it's greater than 0, and that should. Item list index -1 is out of bounds. If it's greater than -1, and not bad. Test room, everything's looking good. If I click U now, it just deletes it and I can save. Open it again, it's gone. That's great. If I click on U, it creates a new entity. Alright, so the issue I'm actually gonna have to deal with now is the fact that certain things are scaled, which causes, well, issues. And then that would need to be doubled, because each and every one of these, it is at half the scale. Wait a minute. This makes minimal sense to me. Yeah, let's see. I'm multiplying it by half because everything is scaled down by half. Its position is doubled when passed back out. So the position stuff needs to be handled more. Let's see. Its position is all multiplied by 0.5. Okay, so wrong order. Actually, that's supposed to be times 2. If I were to click somebody, they end up here. Times 0.5. Double the position. I was multiplying the wrong dang values. I am pretty stupid, not gonna lie. If I were to reopen it, click on somebody, there we go. Yeah, that's looking nice. Actually properly placed. And nothing's broken, so we're doing good on that front. Got people, we got the stuff. We made it so we can load in entity types. It creates it, and we can just get rid of it. So we can do types other than just specifically enemies. Would have been nice when I was making the doors, because they are a pain, but it's fine. They'll be fine now. So let's see. Gonna need to actually make this room, which is the whole reason we went on that massive tangent. Scroll this on over to its end. Scroll it on down. It sets you to group ID 2. Create a conditional thing. Stage 1 underscore 10. In group 2. And in response, at 3516, marks open door as a screen shake for 0.5 seconds. Decays. Door open sound. Play it on a delay of 0.5 seconds. And we don't need to mark it, it'll be fine. Yeah, now if I hit put a shoot this out, should open it. So test. Let's do stage 1 underscore 10 for now. Just to directly end up in this room, and now if I were to shoot it. Yeah. Needs to be an enemy to have that, so yeah. Shoot that. And it opens. If I leave, it's fine. Come back, it's fine. Good. It works. We're gonna need to add sprites and whatnot for what it should look like. That shouldn't be too much of an issue to work on. I'll continue that way. I'm gonna go get some dinner.